Smith from downtown. They want him to get started.
And survey the area to ensure a double team is not going to take place, and then from there was able to shoot over the top smaller opponent.
Smith, beautiful slip. Bounce pass
Last night. I guarantee you that getting ready for this game.
No doubt about it. Nick Smith rejected that time by Teskey. When he goes inside, he will be. He was in no man's land, tried to get it out to Wagner, and it was picked off by Aaron Wiggins. Smith off the lob from Marcel, a thing of beauty. This league. They just hit a very difficult road stretch before the Big Ten tournament, trying for the third time to get a piece of this conference.
To this team, no one stopped him in transition, spin move, soft touch inside.
That's the difference in a 14 or 10-point deficit. Here's that sweeping hook from Simpson we were talking about. Used it on the baseline that time to no avail. Sticks from Cowan in the matchup with Simpson. In the backcourt today. Smith at the buzzer.
On the attack for Michigan, again, that middle pick and roll where Simpson was able to be effective like that.
A little show and go.
Out of the timeout, excellent execution of a play drawn up in the huddle by Coach Juwan Howard.
Jalen Smith off the front iron, and the tap out is to Vaughn. Now starring nearby with the Wizards. Able to see this one today. Alley-oop for Smith.
Exactly, by winning. So, but if you're Purdue, you just have to take care of your business and let the chips fall where they may.
Smith for three. Rebound taken down by.
You see how they respond to this pressure.
Scott drive and kick. Smith in the corner. No. Over the back, yes. And 26% coming into tonight.
See, he's that kind of guy, though. If he gets going early, he can hit you for a bunch.
With 2 on the shot clock, Smith. Rebound to Marcel. No look pass inside. What a beautiful feed, and the throwdown from Jalen Smith.
Wow.
Great pass from Cowan. And then maybe an even better pass from Ayala to Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith going against Carter. Carter had to sit with 2 early fouls, and that thing did everything but drop.
Maryland has the ability to. This is going to be an uphill battle for them, no doubt.
Their only loss to Michigan the last home game. How about that spin move from Smith?
Old school, like back in the 40s and 50s.
Okay, then I don't feel as bad. And how about Smith on the offensive glass, cleaning it up?
See, that's what you...
On the other end, Smith, shot fake. Leaner. No. Oh, a 16-point lead for Rutgers. Largest of the game, and just as I say that, Jalen Smith cuts it. Baker can't knock it down. And then here comes Maryland.
Got numbers if they hurry.
That's a good man to lob it up to. Smith throws it down.
Nice job of...
The sophomore has 15, 2 off his season high. And Jalen Smith with a mid-range.
Virginia wins it by 2 for Dick Botzell and our entire crew. I'm Bob Wischusen.
8% from the field. And that was a wide-open step-in 3.
Out of into traffic, kicks it out to Smith. And he knocks down a 3, and that'll work.
He's going to be an NBA player. Yeah. He's playing really well of late.
Marcel playing free safety, picks it off. Smith on the follow, and what a change in momentum.
He's got to continue to try to get into the lane.
Smith will, and the finish.
Well, he draws with a much tougher climb.
Smith sizing up Tillman, trying to back him down. It's going to be tough. Tillman not quite as
how Cassius Winston to just walk right into a 3. You should have to work really hard to get an open 3 to not walk into it.
And Smith answers at the end. Win on the road at Marquette today. Marcus Howard Sr. ends in a loss.
What a rebound by Smith.
And what a block by Tillman. This is a matchup you believe they're going to try to exploit. And they do. Right into Smith and a chance for 3. Remember, Tillman's got 3. Smith with a left hand, yes.
Oh, that's just beautiful. State, if they can win this game, they're still in it to get a share.
Smith, Henry got a piece of it and comes up.
Smith to work against Oturu. Puts it on the deck. Smith got Oturu in the air and banks it in.
Such a great sign.
Foul trouble in that first half certainly helped that opportunity for Oturu to get it going. Here's Smith against Oturu in the paint with a left-hand hook. And Jalen Smith now with 4. Double comes, forcing Smith to the corner. Smith will put it on the deck. Drives into the teeth of that defense and still makes him. Wiggins found Smith underneath, and Jalen Smith short, got it back. And his defense was what they were looking for in the defensive possession a moment ago, one of their best. Now Smith to work. Oturu, one-on-one with the rejection. Smith with a good challenge. Scott tonight, 9 points, 5 rebounds for Maryland. Smith trailing with a 3, up and down for Jalen. 11 to shoot. Smith chasing it down. He's working against Demir. Smith strong, and Demir the rebound. Now lead back to 7. Here's Smith in the corner from 3. Morcell the offensive.
Hit the open man, so look for him to come around the corner, and we'll see some high ball screen action with Smith.
And Smith will try the 3. Strong, Kalsher the rebound, and a Cowan. 18 seconds and counting. He'll shoot the 3. No, but Smith is there for the tip jam. We've got a 2-point.
But create offense, getting the touch in the lane.
Young is on Scott. Here is Jalen Smith with a 3. And it's picked up to the year in 3 different conferences. Cowan on top.
So good with the bounce. Nice entry.
It was, and Smith will finish.
Ooh, a little kiss.
Maryland began the game 5 of 6. They finished off the first half 5 of 18. A try by Jalen Smith, playing with a couple fouls. Defended well by Kerry. Run for Ohio State. Collin, the senior, up high for the sophomore Jalen Smith.
Nice job.
Just not his day.
So all of a sudden, everything is on the perimeter. That's why I think Scotty's got Washington on him. He can do some damage. A little back screen, and what a nice call by Turge out of the timeout.
For the Buckeyes.
Oh, they absolutely need it. They may need 2.
Iowa. Smith, 3, no.
Nice check out.
Scott has the ball. Took it away from 2 Buckeyes.
This kid is strong.
3, Iowa. Jalen Smith.
What a tip.
Oh,
He just swiped it.
And here comes.
This is more about sets than individual ability.
Jalen Smith, 3, no.
Settle.
Morris.
Allen's shot blocked away. Smith with an open 3. His game has grown. Does not want to go to his bench in the front court.
As you said, Jalen Smith's done a good job staying out of foul trouble. He'll fire a contested 3 this time. The rebound to Robbie Barron.
Only look confident, and I think we're going to get a good glimpse here in the first couple of possessions of just seeing what he looks like tonight, because it can vary from game to game for him.
Jalen Smith has that one pinball off. That's the 3rd from 3-point land. 7 made 3s in that span. Here's Morcell. Wrap around to Smith. Great feed for Smith on a low block. You talked about how this is a rebound there for Aaron Wiggins. Comes Cowan. Lob to Smith. Tough catch and a huge finish for Jalen Smith. He'll go to the line for 1 more. A.J. Turner's pass deflected and taken away. Here comes Cowan. Cowan lobbing to Smith. Oh, the alley-oop from Anthony Cowan. 2.5 difference between game and shot clock. 5 to shoot. Beautiful feed. To Jalen Smith.
Well set up by Pat Spencer in the pick and roll.
Aaron Wiggins out to Smith. Sticks for 3. The offensive rebound for Wiggins. Here's Ayala. He'll try from deep. Smith with the foul jam.
That's been the issue for Northwestern.
5 to shoot. Gonna have to hoist quickly. Smith blocked on the edge by Spencer, and that's a shot clock violation. Dumps it back to Cowan. Little ball fake. Here's Smith along the baseline. It's not going to go, but he stays with it and puts it in.
Northwestern, he's played really well tonight.
Cowan back to Smith. Left alone for three, and it rolls off, and a foul's going to be good. Smith able to get the rebound. Keeps it alive. Second chance now for Maryland. Here's Cowan burning to the rim. To Jalen Smith.
Beautiful left-hand finish around a shot blocker.
How much better has Tillman gotten in the last couple of years? Smith misses the follow on the miss by Cowan. And here comes Weston at Ohio State, Kofi Coburn at Illinois, and on it goes.
A beautiful pick and pop, just didn't get it to go.
Now, speaking of a guy who's going to play in the NBA one day, how Smith at the end held off Nebraska. Going inside to Smith. Baseline jumper is there.
Are you kidding me?
Smith thought about it, gets Bingham in the air, and misses the two-handed cram.
That's the second.
Got to get Smith going somehow, right?
Yeah, in order to give him the ball, you got to get some movement. There it is.
And he scores with a left hand, the assist to Morcell. Maryland led by 15 with 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's down to 2.
That's where Rocket Watts is at his best, when he is shooting off the dribble.
It over.
He's taken too long in the post.
No look feed inside, and a beauty from Morcell to Smith.
Boy, well, that was a little bit more like the Michigan State we know, just bullying to get a rebound.
Smith can shoot the three, the block by Tillman. Winston a miss on a pretty good look. Back in transition comes Wiggins.
Good pass.
Smith with a chance for a three-point play.
And you note, he caught the ball. Casting aspersions on your big guy like that.
Smith with a long two.
Staying with Cowan, he's just not going to help off. He's not even really in help side position. He's almost face guarding him.
It'll be Smith for three, and nobody near the two of them. Remember the drive and dish to Kithier a couple of minutes ago for a big bucket as well.
Was that another slap of the floor by Michigan State on the defense? That might be a trademark copyright violation.
Henry did.
Look early. Thor Bjarnason matched up with Jalen Smith, and if you're Nebraska, I understand why you're doing it, but you're going to have to send help. A great ducking, a great look on the first play.
Here's Cowan. Here's Ayala again. And that time, no, but look who's there to clean it up. None other than the sophomore Jalen. Cross short from the elbow.
That was a really good stunt by Daryl Morcell. Left his man in the corner just to give Kevin Cross something to think about.
Smith short.
Home, the way they've competed at times, it's certainly going to be a process, but I fully believe that Fred Hoiberg is going to get this turned around for the better quickly.
Well, that's not going to help. Good feed.
Cam Mack is setting up his shooters. Nebraska hasn't knocked them down, but they are getting quality looks.
Inside sticks, no. And coming over the top of the arc, Nebraska.
Let's see if they can find Jalen Smith here. Again, Nebraska switching 5 ways. Throw it over the top, let Jalen Smith go to work.
That height advantage at 6'10".
His career at Seattle, and it hasn't translated so far this year, but he is shooting the ball better over the last 2 games, starting to get it going, and something Nebraska desperately needs.
And that's a long two for hits that glass. It's goaltending, and that was the case there. Cowan lobbing up top for Sticks.
Blowing by night, but a team that's won 6 in a row, and as we said earlier, in great shape in the Big Ten Conference title race.
And there's another alley-oop. Cowan lobbing it up. Here's Ayala. He's been feeling it. Up top to Cowan. Now down inside to Smith. Well, that's where you butter your bread, right down there.
Absolutely.
This is the freshman Dante Scott. Now Jalen Smith. Inside the arc, and he hits the pull-up. First check in for Maryland, along with Sorrell Smith. Here is Jalen Smith. That is well off the mark.
As Scott being checked by DeMonte Williams. That's a mismatch there.
Smith can't get it to go inside. Tracked down by the Alana.
Basketball.
His brother, who really nurtured his basketball abilities, as Smith misses the three. And Coburn said Maryland could tie it or take the lead. Cowan, nice move into the lane, into Coburn, no foul, and out of bounds, which went The lob to Smith.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Philly turns it over, and now Maryland can take the lead. And they do.
Game this hotly contested.
Jalen Smith on Coburn. And can't get the roll. Rebound back. Morcell. And Ayala's got the loose ball for the Terps. Here's Jalen Smith for three. Got it.
Now, Maryland rolling in the line eye on their heels.
Jalen Smith again. This one doesn't go. Battle for the board. And Dosunmu good about still very much being in position to win this game.
I totally agree.
Jalen Smith doesn't go. Rebound to Griffin.
Difficult on anybody getting near that rim.
Here is Jalen Smith.
Oh,
nifty move.
But it still comes down to Cowan. Rutgers trying to keep him out of the paint.
Smith from up top. Heel of his basketball from Jim Calhoun, the three-time national champion.
Yeah, Rutgers top 20 in the nation in points allowed. Opponent's field goal percentage. Rebound margin. Last game they played, they lost by 6 points, but they couldn't shoot the ball in the ocean. Second half against Michigan, 1 of 16 from beyond the arc.
Smith with his first side, and his versatility and ability to play either 4 or 5 really helps. Morcell in the... And right on cue, Sticks runs the floor. Aaron Wiggins also on the floor out of the timeout, number 2 in white.
And you saw Johnson helping out down low, and then obviously giving Smith
a chance to win on the road. This is now a 15-4 run they're on.
And when you play solid defense, and now you take a look at...
They're only down by 5. Smith in his first 2 from there to open the game. Used the ball fake that time. Couldn't get it.
Was foul trouble in that game as well.
Inside. Stick Smith rejected on this end of the floor. Something we've not. That's 4 rejections for Sticks. On the other end. Hello. How do you? 21 minutes of playing time. Ayala numbers. Sticks. Oh, Sticks with some big bark. Heck of a move. Cowan now does not have the numbers. Gives it up to Morcell.
But what Baker did, that's why you don't get to the free throw line. You can't avoid the contact.
He's handling a lot of the basketball, as is Cowan. 2 to shoot. The bounce to Smith, and it slipped out of his hands, and it still goes in. Now
they would rather have him out there. There's no question about it.
37% from 3, but they'll take their chances. Smith also likes to shoot out there. Sorrell Smith going the other way. Underhand to Wiggins. Knife into the rim. Jalen Smith with an emphatic foul. Foul call. Didn't get the whistle. And Sorrell Smith with the rebound.
And again, Maryland is out and pushing on the missed shot.
And Jalen Smith is finishing at the rim. Morcell tipped away to Smith.
How did Garza get that?
His hands and footwork. I'm not sure which one I would rate better right now. That's jammed against the rim and backboard possession. Cordell Pemsel of his freshman year. That 3 not going to go. There's Smith with the rebound. Working against McCaffrey, who's playing with 3 fouls. That won't go. And then a foul underneath against the Hawkeyes. 5 fouls in this half, but McCaffrey and Garza each with 3. Smith, the turnaround, not going to go. Rebound tip to Toussaint Jr. He was at 80% last year. That's been the one area in his game that hasn't taken a giant step forward. Smith with a 2-hand flush. Smith the launch.
The points in that game, so it's so important to see how they start in this afternoon's game.
Morcell on top. Smith has got him defensively. That is a 3, and it's right down the hands to penetrate. And on the wing.
Both of these teams have been really struggling from the outside collectively.
Jalen Smith, that is a 3. Oh, he's hit two.
Did I just hear you say 6 for 6?
Yes, 6 for 6. Ayala with a 3. Big rebound inside. Smith, he'll jam it home. Jalen Smith from Smith.
And that's confidence from your coach to your players, trying to get them to continue shooting.
A double on Ayala.
Yeah, see, that's a mistake.
3, Smith got it again.
National Football League and me personally, I really appreciate what he has stood for.
Kevin, thank you so much.
God bless your family.
Same to you. Thank you so much.
Let's have a great season.
Congratulations again.
I'm looking forward.
Over the Spartans. Now they're trying to beat another ranked team, 17th ranked Maryland, for a second consecutive time in this week. And Smith inside. Can't get it. Big rebound by Justin.
Example of that. He had the lead because he was paying attention defensively.
Good point. Cowan. 3. Good! What a 6. Biggest this afternoon.
So do you shoot your way back in? Smith's going to let us know. I don't know. I'm not sure they're going to.
Maryland's down by 8. Biggest deficit this afternoon. With the ball, Jalen Smith against Jackson Davis with a nice hesitation for the deuce.
And he knows enough to go extending. And a little easier to play it that way. Well-designed play with the big guys because Jackson Davis likes to go to the middle of the floor.
Jalen Smith right there got great.
He can regroup with Cowan.
On the pick and roll, Cowan will accelerate himself. Hooking it outside. Smith with a 3. Off. He's missed a couple in a row now. With a Maryland rebound by Wiggins. Back over to Cowan.
That was a nice block out by Wiggins, too, just then.
4-point game. 3 right here by Smith. No.
Restore. Will search out contact first and then worry about their shot second.
Jalen Smith will drive on Jackson Davis and get it to drop. Timeouts. Indiana's got 2.
Yeah, I think you play it quick and start getting towards the basket. You don't want to settle. There you go. Nice cut. Nice kick.
Bump up and down for the lead.
Well, 2 passes. There's 3. Let's count them here. Maybe they'll do the old Coach Henson. Here's Sticks. His first touch. Mid-range. In and out.
That's a high percentage shot. He likes that shot.
It'll be a fun one, though, in a couple of weeks in South Beach. By the way, you saw a moment ago, Boo Buie back into the game for the first time since December. And Jalen Smith missing the 3.
Maryland has taken 1 2-point shot in 10 minutes of play.
Well, now 2, and that's a pretty high percentage shot, feeding up top to Jalen. Trying to get it down inside. Here's Smith. Here comes the help from Spencer. He stripped it. Stripped it again. College for a couple of seasons. Sorrell Smith curls around a pass. And the Smith connection doesn't work, and then Miracle.
I do as well.
I don't know about you.
No, I do as well.
But I think you're right. The crowd was angry that it wasn't on Maryland. It could have been on Bowie. Smith's to turnovers, 96-33 at Boston College. You know he can play.
That's right.
Smith, his second dunk of the night. Good pass from Morcell.
Nice job.
To kick it out. Now Spencer kicking the ball. Up ahead. Cowan.
Oh, my
Guess who did not miss it? Jalen Smith. Here, and it's heating up a little bit as Maryland is playing better in the second half.
Yes, they are. They're going to their main guns like this one right here.
Oh, he is really heating up. So Smith.
Daryl Morcell wants to take advantage of the mismatch with Pete Nance.
Instead, Morcell kicks out. Smith again, this time a little short. Out. Got the bigger Turner on him. Ayala, shot clock at 3. They found Smith alone. How did he get that wide open? But big for Maryland to get this W if they want to keep pace towards the top. Wiggins can't get it up, but guess who can? Jalen Smith continues his... 2 minutes to go here at Evanston. Smith does it again, adding to his career.
He scored all the points.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, last 10 minutes, it's going to be Cowan. It's his shot.
Stick Smith. Got it. Maryland by...
But they couldn't get anything entered into the baseline set because of the defense by Maryland. Thus, everybody stood. This is his shot again.
Stick Smith. Would have been his second from that spot.
We got to start playing on the road.
Morcell the drive and kick. One-hand rebound around Harms, who pinned it off the shot from Smith.
The guy, Harms got to become that guy. You can't get Harms 11 minutes, which is all he's played in the last 2 games.
Had the hip deal. That's 2 easily across the lane. They watching that Baylor game.
Oh, you'll see 5 games today that are absolutely awesome. And then Knight will come.
Smith. Another three.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Ayala.
That's 3 in a row, in and out. And
Smith.
That's the best rebound I've seen him get.
Ayala thought about the catch and shoot. Morcell with a cut once again. Smith wide open.
Great cut by Morcell. And look, team at Michigan. Not afraid. Good score. All-time leading scorer, Zionsville High School, home of Brad Stevens, Andrew Dockage.
Brad Stevens listed first, notably. To the free throw line, Morcell. Cowan, they switch off him. Eastern gave him to Proctor. Cowan the lob, and Sticks stuffs it.
Innovative.
Morcell didn't take the shot. Now he killed his dribble. Smith on Williams. That's a basketball play, right?
Yeah, that's nothing. They saved us a few minutes of our lives. Not going to look.
Well, I always want to spend a couple more minutes with you. Everybody bunched up with 3 losses in the Big Ten right now. A huge pack of teams. You're going to be top half or bottom half. Maryland
against Iowa on the road, where the offense was hard to come by.
And they didn't try. They didn't play very hard, according to Mark Turgeon. He was upset. That's pretty good. 2 post touches. 1 to Morcell on the left.
Terps have it. Maryland hasn't scored in 4+ minutes.
Maryland has had good shots, though. Even the air ball was a good look. This is a good shot. It's his shot.
He can definitely shoot it from out there. Sticks. That awful offensive game at Iowa got the first 2 buckets of the game. Smith from the baseline, he's showing it all off.
That's why I'm with you. He should shoot jump shots.
Saw glimpses of it. He was a talented young player, highly recruited player.
Well, he was starting, then he got hurt. And then Caleb Wesson kind of took it over, gone into that game undefeated.
Yeah.
Like Duke undefeated is different than anybody else undefeated. Nice look.
Out of the timeout for 3. Smith, no good. Rebound with.
You got to keep Cowan invested in this. I mean, this guy can't score because he can, but.
Smith caught the low pass and drills the 3 to tie the. Well, Ohio State needed a win bad. It has been such an interesting year. Smith from Wiggins throws it down.
8 minutes ago. That's what you're going to see every night.
Cowan back to Smith. Nice little shot fake. He'll take it in closer to the basket. Woo! Score with a foul. Cowan likes this matchup. Lobs it. Smith tried to volleyball it in. Got his. Wiggins, that was a pass. Smith couldn't finish. Maryland ball up by 1.
They like anything Cowan or Ayala at the top of the key, but anything Cowan. There it is.
Cowan to Smith.
And whatever he puts his mind to.
Go down low to Smith. First paint touch for him. And some
tech from the shot blocker. Nice adjustment by Garza.
Go down low now with Smith banging around with the left hand, finishes over Kriener.
I like
telling everybody, I'm okay. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yep. Got to be aware of that close on the court, though.
Smith, nope. And followed by Morcell, nope.
Like right now.
Morcell almost lost it into the hands of Smith. Great acrobatic shot.
Well, when you see a guy that big
from all over the place, you don't have to just feed Garza every time.
That's right. And it loosens up the defense for everyone else.
Smith just went right at Luka.
Or Mark Turgeon.
Morcell spinning around. Again, couldn't finish. There's Sticks to clean it up.
Oh, man, that's a heck of a...
To Cowan. Inside, there's Garza again. Smith driving.
Wow.
So strong, those 30 pounds.
I'm telling you.
Tapped it back out. Cowan controls. Smith for 3. And Garza rips down another
Daryl Morcell. Wiggins trying to get the ball inside. There's Jalen Smith. Turn around. Too strong.
The defense, Wesson went in, and when you have a guy like Smith that can shoot it, it just puts the other big guy in such a trick bag.
Can't be a hugely impactful player. The 3 on this end, and everybody's starting to heat up a little bit this time. Dante Scott.
It's going to be here all year. Maryland as well, Michigan. I mean, it's terrific. It really is. This is fun right here, though.
One-on-one. Smith against Wesson, and this time
ball rolled down his hand.
Second half.
Well, he's the one guy that has, in conference, a great assist-to-turnover ratio at 10-1. Nice slip.
One dribble, up and under, missed. We got under 10 minutes to go. They still haven't hit 40.
No, and it feels like they're down a little more than what they are. We're turning shoot
anyway. The pass off the hand.
You know, nobody's catching the ball with a shot fake, looking to drive. Nothing.
Marcel fumble has to go up soon. Carden had a chance, I think, to get one off.
That's a great switch by Wiggins. Look at this. Look where the ball is. You got to make this.
Got to shoot it.
Got to make it.
Okay. It's one thing, but then when you have a little bit of unforced turnovers, late game situation, it comes back to bite you, and that's what happened.
Jalen Smith averaging a double-double this season. Starts the scoring. Record is 126. Keith Booth in the late 90s. Inside they go to Jalen Smith. His turnaround jumper's too strong, and a rebound cleared by
position defense to get back to stop what could have been a fast break opportunity for Maryland.
Jalen Smith tries it from outside and knocks it down
to knock it in.
Second leading scorer this season for the Hoosiers. Knocked down 4 threes against Arkansas. He's got his first one of this one. Here's another one from him.
And Archie Miller would preach it.
Smith has hit back-to-back threes. This time he's offline, and a rebound from Green. Smith into the lane. Off the heel. Rebound Smith. A hold out from their leading scorer, Anthony Cowan. There's 3 points so far. Smith in deep against Thompson. Good defense from Thompson this time. Cowan's got it. Anthony Cowan had just 3 at halftime. He's got it going in the second. Shot clock didn't reset. Smith knew it and finished with.
You have to do that, especially when you're on the road.
Ayala spins it out of the crowd. He pushes hard off the glass. Follow from Smith. It's not been good either. Here's Smith ahead of the pack. Too easy.
The guy.
That was vicious.
This is Morcell. Back to Cowan. Smith from the free throw line. A little short, and there's Elijahs with the board. Smith will push it in transition.
I think he heard some footsteps coming and tried to get it up there quickly.
Back to Smith, trying for the poster, and that works. A little too strong. Wiggins the rebound for the Terps. Smith.
A great read there for Bryant.
Lots of pressure on the perimeter by the Terps defense. Bulldogs take advantage. Smith from the free throw line. Lots of space, and that's a pillow soft jumper. This is Sorrell Smith. Back to Cowan, looking to feed Jalen Smith. Using that big body, but good defense from Harding.
He can produce when he touches it down low. It's all a positive.
Inside. Sticks. Couldn't get over Gill. Outlet. The Washington, D.C. area. Smith, quiet offensively. Gets to the basket. Falls. 23 seconds remaining. Lindo, nice pass. Jalen Smith will punch it down.
Defensively, again, it's the man-to-man, little zone defense, man-to-man inside now. Smith.
And a foul. +1.
Him being that he has such a great stroke.
Ayala's 1 for 5. Now Jalen Smith. Terps can get even closer right here. Jalen Smith. Now he'll drive. Get there. Blocked. Obiago says get out of here. 9 to shoot. Skip pass. Morcell across the lane. Down the lane. Looks. No. Jalen Smith there for the finish.
Well, that time, Gus, Maryland.
And at some point.
Aaron Wiggins with a skip pass and the answer by Jalen Smith. Aaron Wiggins out to Cowan. Nice ball movement. Corner jumper for Ayala won't go. Ripped away by Smith. Jalen sticks Smith. Spins baseline.
Yes.
Hey, that was nice. I'll tell you why. Because
trailed by 10 at halftime. Trailed by 10 not long ago. Stick Smith leans in, uses the window after his own miss, but it drops it in and out for Miles Dread. Not a shot that Penn State needed. Wiggins gives it up to Stick Smith.
That shot, they play hard. They really improved, I thought, by leaps and bounds from game 1 to game 3 in Orlando. This Stick Smith shot.
Front iron. I know he's had.
That look easy.
He started playing organized basketball at age 15. I mean, that's terrifying for the Big Ten. Stick Smith, no. Rebound Illinois and everything.
Morcell has a foul. That time he at least looked to make a pass.
Yeah, he was passed first.
There it is, ball screen. Same
Stick
thing.
Smith hanging for Philadelphia. Stick Smith attacking and missing.
Coming out.
Would you want anything to do with Kofi Coburn?
On basketball court, I'm good with it. I think to make this.
Smith got it for 3.
That's his shot.
Down with that.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Shot fake and drive him.
Smith, no.
Half like they had against Miami. What you're seeing out here now is a Brad Underwood team. Whether it's Stephen F. Austin, Oklahoma State, doesn't matter.
Allen, who has not scored in this first half.
Shot fake.
Stick Smith. Use the shot fake, put it in.
Jimmy's a great dude.
They give Wiggins the left hand. Stick Smith. Oh, he wanted to back cut him. Tried to lull him to sleep. Stick Smith the jumper for 2.
Well, that was nice by Smith. Remember I said. Here's your shot right there.
Stick Smith. Knocks it down.
And Notre Dame also, they defend without fouling, only 11 fouls per game. Here's Jalen Smith. Got a lot of talent. Sophomore from Baltimore, McDonald. That they typically get because Notre Dame doesn't foul. They're not going to give you transition points. So Maryland's going to have to be really good in their half-court offense. Jalen Smith knocks down the jumper. They can get offense from him. Look out, because he's obviously a great defensive player, elite shot blocker. They leave Smith open, too strong, and skying.
I'm thinking about her always. She'll always be with me. She might have left Earth, but her mindset and positivity and love will always be with me and my family.
I'm just proud of you. Hardest guys, they needed that, and now we'll find out what Michigan's going to be going forward. They were outside the rankings last week, checked in at number 4 this week, and then obviously will drop after the loss to Louisville. Go to class, don't turn the ball over. Mooney, boy, it looked like a lot of contact against Smith, but Smith last on this end. It's a short list of defenders that can guard the point guard and the post all in the same game. Look at that off of 2 feet. Wow, that was outstanding by John Mooney, because they clamped away his airspace with a double team, and he found the cutter at the rim. Smith able to knock down the 3 for the Terrapins in the game. As much talent and skill as they have on the offensive end, as Smith misses that time, it's their defense that they're playing the number 1 team in Louisville last night, and now Virginia, which was ranked 5th coming into tonight. We've got number 6 against number 7 up next. Ohio State and North Carolina. Here's Cowan, just 7 points, only 7 shots taken, 2 assists. They go to Smith again, falling away over Mooney. Easier. Certainly your player of the first month of the season. Shoots it deep, shoots it with ease. Got a great voice. Just not used to all this big picture discussion. You normally might.
Ahora será la oportunidad de los Terrapins. Iniciaron con triples, unos en el primer minuto, los otros en el segundo, y llevamos uno de sequía. Rebote. Que usted pensará que es una tortuga. Y sí, pero es una tortuga velocista. Es la única tortuga. Van con Coward, a ver si intenta el triple. Le hacen una buena pantalla. Coward, aislaron a su compañero. Viene con el tiro, algo descompuesto. Y el gran canasta que hizo Anthony Coward. Nosotros vamos a aprovechar para hacer la pausa. Regresamos. Lo han neutralizado. Que por cierto, para que se den una idea de este equipo también de Marquette, su historia data desde en la zona central. Y Eric Ayala pues está de colega estudiando comunicación. El intento falla.
Smith just rips it away from him. He can run the floor with the rock. Anthony Whipper frees Anthony Cowan up, and the remaining 6:22. Wiggins! No one can.
Lost Saturday against Michigan State. Put their regular season title hopes on hold, at least for the time being. Morcell only hit back.
Developing players. Yeboah has been a big get for him, where he had a previous relationship before he came to Rutgers. So Steve Pikiell doing it the right way.
And that coming off of last year. They're just a shade above 31%. Rutgers at 30%, last in the league. Good finish there by Wiggins. Rim. Maybe that'll bring it back down to earth.
Wow. I mean, man, he left out like he was Giannis Antetokounmpo or something. I need to get him in a situation where he can score.
Instead, he turns it over. Daryl Morcell evades and lays it in.
Oh yeah, they were old school, like back in the 40s and 50s.
Okay, then I don't feel as bad. And how about Smith on the off?
Strong on the three. He could make those, and he had a couple of good looks. Smith.
How about that pass?
And it goes. Scott from the by 16 at halftime. Remember, they were down 7 to Michigan State. 3.5 minutes to go. Came back and won that. They have one.
Long arms at Jalen Smith to put pressure on that shot, but he never took his eyes off the rim. Great concentration to finish that play.
Knocks down the mid-range.
You see what happened in that first Duke Carolina game. North Carolina looked like the Carolina of old. Great play out of bounds and a terrific.
Trying to attack. Here's Smith. Sticks, gets to the elbow, backs it to Cowan. Deep three. And the rebound.
The lane so far. 8-2 in that category. Cowan with a new defender on him right now. Andre Wesson his three. Yep.
And that's just a little for Smith. Nice little slip.
Mark to Smith. Smith's a sophomore. There's a long shot. Wiggins, no. Off it.
Developing players. Yeboah has been a big get for him, where he had a previous relationship before he came to Rutgers. So Steve Peichel doing it the right way.
And that coming off of last year. They're just a shade above 31%. Rutgers at 30%, last in the league. Good finish there by Wiggins.
You see what happened in that first Duke Carolina game. North Carolina looked like the Carolina of old. Great play out of bounds and a terrific
stat.
There's that sweeping hook from Simpson of Seton Hall, don't you think?
He does.
Yeah.
He really does.
To Julius, that's deflected by Smith.
6 days of rest after the loss last Wednesday at Penn State. They fought back from down 21 and almost won that game.
Mark Turgeon after that possession.
Everything out of sync. Carter, and it is the senior on senior night with the first bucket.
Jacob Young doesn't need to look to score right now, but they need to get him in a situation where he can score.
Instead, he turns it over. You said it, Sorrell Smith is locked in defensively.
Yes, he is.
But Baker gets freed by a screen and does the rest. Stopped at 13:53. Now it started again, but it was frozen for about 7 seconds. And last time they made the NCAA tournament.
Think about this. 10 wins in this conference. 8 teams in the top 20
tonight, but a big offensive rebound here. 10 to shoot.
Has just sparked this team.
Good play by Smith. Got his hand in there.
He came out off of Oturu to stay out of foul trouble.
Carr through the Eden screen. Smith there to challenge. Out of bounds.
Pays homage to Roy and Larry. Roy Williams, Larry Brown.
Coached under both at Kansas, played at KU. Andre Wesson is short. Young tries to Grand Rapids, Michigan. With a screen up high, the switch on defense. Smith will follow Washington.
Oh, this kid.
Eco State has won 2 of 3 coming off a loss Thursday. Little fake. Washington the try. And picked up by Scott.
They gained some confidence. Shot 40% from 3 last.
2002 as a consecutive starter. What a wonderful young man who has emerged as a vocal leader, according to Turgeon.
Whereas the other conferences, you don't have time to make that up or a chance to make it up.
Simpson again comes up. Believe a dozen. To Julius, he has stayed here.
It's the Big Ten, baby. Got the switch.
Winston driving on Smith. The foul. And Mark Turgeon.
What he's done in practice, he's earned this point time.
He was on his way to St. Joe's. Phil Martelli was let go into Michigan, so Hart reopened his recruitment.
Bringing Marvel up on as the replace guy because he's not as much of a threat to hit three.
Winston has to create, throws up a prayer, and it's Maryland.
Don't settle.
Now they got Wiggins on him. He'll drive right by him. Muhammad. He finished the defense.
For a guy that has been in double figures 11 in the last 12 games, you've got to get him involved.
Bowie had the mismatch.
Boy, Michigan State turns it over. Maryland gets the easy basket.
Step back by Winston. Overs.
This thing with a bucket. Here goes Mack driving inside, and he had it swatted. Blocked at the rim.
A lot of contact on that finish.
Here's Felice. Still can't get it to go.
Has to find a way to get to the line, get some of those free buckets.
Geo Baker going reversal. Everything but the finish.
Now Smith on Spencer.
He's going to drive it on the big fella and put it off the window.
Down the floor, keep the ball moving.
Yeah, it's Eastern off the bounce. Into Scott. He saw the goal and he went.
Yeah, it's myself, legendary producer Bart Fox. We all went to Murphy's, Cubs Marlins. She was doing pre-game, post-game for the Marlins. Chris Holtman did. He suspended Luther Muhammad. He suspended Dwayne Washington.
Race in and out.
You want to have a 1-2-1-1 in that backcourt.
This is Green with the mismatch against Smith, and he takes advantage.
McKnight, guarded by Cowan. In and out to the cup. Blocked by Jalen Smith.
Lamar Stevens, yes, he's been in double figures every game so far for speech to my kids. Because to me, that's one of those moments. And I was watching it earlier today. They aired it. Saw Hannah Storm.
On out of foul.
Wheeler keeps it alive. Throws.
And it was fantastic. He here now on Stevens.
Rockington.
Made him go right.
Knocked off by Williams.
Great hustle by Cowan. By Williams. He just sprinted the floor.
Frazier, Bishanishvili. He's got to go against Smith and the rebound.
This is his old coach Chaney did the 5 a.m. time.
Yeah, well, in modern day basketball, you're not getting one kid to come in and go 5 a.m.
Three-time All-ACC honorable mention when he was a guard here at the University of Maryland. Smith commits a foul.
Stayed in the game by shooting 7 of 11 from out there.
He was at 4, and I think he heard the fans. He had a little bit more time. He throw off the Peterson screen. Peterson trying to beat Smith with the left hand and a foul.
Good test. Brian McNutt, Kelly Pfeiffer, and Paul Shep. That's Xavier Hill-Mays pulling up for a three-point jump. Bounds off the bench in that one. Worked his way right back into the starting lineup. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Brechting to the rim. Denied by Jalen.
That aspect of his game, known for his three-point shooting, which he hasn't made one tonight. So an interesting night for Wiggins. Somebody known for his...
Get here with this zone. Let's see if it pays more dividends.
Smart, 5 to shoot. Drive, the push shot, no. Reed, snatch it.
Notice how they cleared out, allowing him to operate from that short corner, get some momentum on the freshman.
There we go. Your Simpson, so he can be fresh down to the stretch of the game, along with Eli Brooks.
Johns, strong move, did everything. Brad Davis looking to drive baseline. A little too strong
against Smith.
Watch Jalen Smith at 6'11", trying to guard him all the way out there.
pull the trigger on the deep three. He has had a rent right in the middle there for the Terps.
Notice how far Maryland is pushed out on the shooters.
John Elmore doesn't mind.
Start for them. Delaware, the only team to make a sub so far. Horton's in the game. There's Anderson. Fernando was in there. Rebound taken. There's no doubt about it. Anderson, the cross up, goes inside and Smith rejects him. Under a minute to play. Cap has been nothing short of remarkable. Here's Bryant coming inside, twisting and turning on Smith. Rebound taken.
2002 as a consecutive starter. What a wonderful young man who has emerged as a vocal leader, according to Turgeon. There's that sweeping hook from Simpson.
Whereas the other conferences, you don't have time to make that up or a chance to make it up.
Simpson again comes up it.
You said it. Terrell Smith is locked in defensively.
Yes, he is.
But Baker gets freed by a screen and does the rest. Stopped at 13:53. Now it started again, but it was frozen for about 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's a Big Ten, baby. Yep. Got the switch. Winston driving on Smith. And the foul. And Mark Turgeon. It was a deep 3-2. 3-4 feet behind the line. Tillman right down Main Street to lay it.
What he's done in practice, he's earned this playing time.
He was on his way to St. Joe's. Phil Martelli was let go into Michigan, so Hart reopened his recruitment.
Bringing Marble up on as the replace guy because he's not as much of a threat to hit three.
Winston has to create, throws up a player, and it's Maryland.
Off of Oturu to stay out of foul trouble.
Carr through the Eden screens. Smith there to challenge. Out of bounds.
Pays homage to Roy and Larry. Roy Williams, Larry Brown.
Coached under both at Kansas, played at KU. Andre Wesson is short. Young tries to Grand Rapids, Michigan. With a screen up high, the switch on defense. Smith will follow Washington.
Oh, this kid.
Eco State has won 2 or 3 coming off a loss Thursday. Little fake. Washington the tries. And picked up by Scott.
Don't settle.
Now they got Wiggins on him. He'll drive right by him. Muhammad. He faced the defense.
He squared his feet up, able to get a good look at it. And as a coach, you implore your guys, if you have the shot, take it.
Simpson with a teardrop. And
you know what, though? That first shot when they went in, that settles everything down once you're able to see the ball go in as a senior.
There's that sweeping hook from Simpson.
Coming out by Michigan.
By the way, that was Maryland's first turnover in 10 minutes of playing time. Simpson from his hip. And oh, by the way, no one understands. Simpson again. It's a little mono guard play for Maryland. New to this conference, it would be a seminal moment in Turgeon's career. Wagner out of the timeout, uses and became an even better player.
Well, also, too, the offense operates different than with Fernando. He kind of posted up inside. Beautiful pass and catch. And then with Jalen, he's more
Livers. Wow. Boy, everything but the finish. He had a...
See if Michigan can put together a string of runs offensively right here to kind of cut into this deficit.
Simpson. Oh, he missed a bunny. That this lead. Just to get a piece of it.
No, it really is, because this has been one of the premier programs in the country, especially on the neutral court. Everyone has something. It's which team can mask that hole the best and survive.
Teams that they really haven't settled down as of yet.
Well, maybe that'll help. Another senior.
Just trying to give them strategic breaks.
McConnell, a couple of shot fakes, and then the ultimate shot blocker says
of Anthony Cowan that time. On the push, head up, whole time looking at sticks.
Daryl Morcell does a little bit of everything. And Smith, he already has 9. He had 13 against Michigan State.
Pass. That calms the crowd down.
What a spin. But Mathis can't finish.
Clean looks.
5 points, 4 rebounds for Jalen Smith so far. Mathis tried to drive
a soccer match, possibly, with not as many people, obviously, as a soccer match, but same kind of feeling.
And another senior shot stopped at 13:53. Now it started again, but it was frozen for about 7 seconds. And Mulcahy tried to pass it over to Johnson. Got it back, found Yeboah. Speaking of contacts, and now here's Jacob Young. And somehow he slipped that in between.
Defense by Ron Harper Jr. that time, without fouling.
Baker, tough fade. Carter.
Cowan come off a down screen. Ayala was fade away a little bit to be able to get an open look.
Mathis. Wow, what a night for Montez Mathis.
Sell out, game day, and everything that comes with it. Mark Turgeon just was hoping his guys would come out and play like they normally do and not try to do too much.
Tough twos. That was a difficult two.
Tillman around window. And a block from behind.
Horn set up top. Now a second ball screen.
Nice feed inside and a finish for Tillman.
It's going to be a really difficult team to beat.
Shot clock it in. Watts, tough jumper. Wow.
They're probably going to stop that penetration.
Henry. And that's going to count. The switch again. Henry leans in.
I think a roadmap for how they can win the Big Ten tournament and do really well in the NCAA tournament as they play with
possessions. They've been great at that end.
Turu with a couple of threes as part of his 24-point night as Carr's 2 caroms
off of Oturu to stay out of foul trouble.
Carr through the Eden screen. Smith there to challenge. Out of bounds. There's Carr.
There it is.
Floater right there. To pull off the third here tonight. Oturu inside, spins it to the rim.
Here come the Buckeyes the other way.
Marcel's got to be he was very handsy. He's got to be careful. Nice clear out by Wesson. Just took the other route.
Fouls on Muhammad. Muhammad will drive inside.
Well, he is just taking over. Don't settle.
Now they got Wiggins on him. He'll drive right by him. Muhammad. He finished the defense.
Doesn't force things, gets others involved. Ooh, tough.
They don't panic. Muhammad will drive through three.
Nice rebound.
Liddell.
One-on-one, it's like an ISO.
There he goes. Even a dive. Muhammad.
His high school coach said, empty side. This is a tough one.
Washington's in. Drew two. Good fake. Weston will take it in. Double. Fouled.
Just a...
Gotta be in the game.
So far defensively, they've been able to make Iowa play against the set defense. And
highly anticipated matchup. Big Ten Wrestling presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. Coverage begins tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern on BTN and the Fox Sports app. Garza.
Some urgency here in the second half.
Those 7 points, 11 total. Garza jumper. And short this time. But I will say that technical foul fired up the Hawkeyes. They've been a different team since then.
It really has. And Fran knew what he was doing in that scenario.
Ohio State needs to make things a little easier for themselves.
All right, I'll stop being the analyst.
No, you were right.
3, no good.
I went to school for political science.
Reggie Lewis as well. Baseline, Kale blocked by Jalen Smith.
Stevens and Watkins, they certainly are the two players that spearhead the offensive charge for the Nittany Lions, and what a start.
Cowan has 17. Rose on the other end.
This we're from Canada. Made 19 starts at a college up north last season. Inside the Hill Mays, lays it up and in.
7 3-pointers, 4 2-point field goals tonight for Minnesota. Murphy's going to try another one.
It leaves his hand. It looks like it always has a chance.
Inside Stevens, deep post position. What a powerful finish.
And that's what he got up. It's witnessing the fact they've won 4 of their last 6.
They've got the ball out of the timeout, going to their stud. Stevens, short on the face-up.
Spin away from contact. Wonderful footwork by the big fella.
He's got 6 and 6 right now. Dredd.
It's too early. You didn't force me.
Weston and Fernando have been tangling all day. That is Andre Weston who rips.
I can tell you that. I've been there when you've struggled before. You just want to get that first one to go down. Razdakis not there is special because that's his favorite shot, running that curl action.
Well, Ayala, because he can stretch the defense has to honor that. It's stretching the defense.
But his first shot of the game. Wheeler. Doesn't pick, and Mark Turgeon said to his team at the end of their shoot-around today is Eifert gets it inside and gets the layup.
It gives Weston more of an angle. You can see his body and get him the ball inside.
Well, that's a good post feed from C.J. Jackson. Andre Weston had the
Turgeon, perhaps his best freshman class. Jalen Smith and
under 20 seconds. This crowd getting loud. Pushing, finds his way inside. Doesn't get it to go. Now no foul call.
Teske getting some very important time on the bench. Smith just rips it away from him. He can run the...
Jacob Young doesn't need to look to score right now, but they need to get him in a situation where he can score.
Instead, he turns it over.
tonight, but a big offensive rebound here. 10 to shoot.
Has just sparked this team.
Good play by Smith. Got his hand in there.
He came out.
4 teams losing. Duke lost earlier in the week.
Are you suggesting?
Volatile, turbulent.
Look at this silly turnover.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to.
If you like production from the big.
The Bullets here with Ed Lugler and Jimmy Lynam in the mid-90s when you were playing in the league. There's Teskey. Can't get it to go. Got a little in 3 out of 4. They've missed their last 4 since. Teskey using that body. Goes to that left hand. Teskey getting some very important time on the bench. Smith just rips it away from him. He can run the... This is a tough take here for Davis. Goes reversal and gets it done.
That's the time Cowan, 2 dribbles, splash right into a nice little 15-foot jump shot.
Teskey using his brawn against the...
In a hurry. I tell you what, in terms of foot speed with the rock, maybe Anthony Cowan is the only player in the Big Ten as fast. Just trying to give him strategic breaks.
McConnell, a couple of shot fakes, and then the ultimate shot blocker says... And now Rutgers going to get the final look. Quasi Yaboa. No. Johnson for 10 seconds. So they adjust everything here. 9 to shoot, 13:38. And they go right into Miles Johnson, who goes right into the basket.
That was a great...
3 times they've come back for more than 14 points down to win. Look at Johnson. Just bully ball in there.
Oh, my goodness.
Tough twos. That was a difficult 2. Tillman around window. And a block from behind. But a fortunate bounce to Arns. Shot clock at 4. Tillman got it. A beautiful post. Morcell just picked up his second, so he and Dante Scott each with 2, each on the bench. As Ricky Lindo comes into the game for the 3rd time tonight.
Not afraid of anybody and any defender in front of him. Better watch out because he's going to attack.
Eden on the run. Smith with a good challenge. Oh, double figure lead through most of it. Demir with 3 to shoot. Trying to move Jalen Smith. Had to throw it away. Fade away.
Low working against Jalen Smith.
He got in there late for dinner, though.
He did. Here goes Jalen Smith trying to swipe it away from Caleb Wesson. From Bowie, Maryland, here comes Caleb Wesson going up against Jalen Smith with an elbow up high, and it still drops, and there was Walker, Wesson, Walker.
Nice duck in.
Caleb Wesson.
Boy,
Nobody in the nation with a streak like that.
Of Seton Hall, don't you think?
He does.
Yeah.
He really does.
To Julius, that's deflected by Smith.
Yeah, I like to be contrarian, Brandon. You know
I'm with
that.
you. So Maryland falling back into that zone, and that leaves Jacob Young open in the corner to knock down. Lob up top. He had Uboa, but Mulcahy saves the possession. Last time they made the NCAA tournament.
Think about this. 10 wins in this conference. 8 teams in the top 20.
Fake a jump shot, just throw it up almost for a lob that just settles back in the day. Children for three. Smith guarding Winston. Winston from the corner. Yes! Just great basketball.
For the walk. Kalsher with Cowan on him. In the corner. And Jalen Smith with his first. Carr, the three, is good.
Turu as well. And he's going to knock in a few threes before the night is over. He's a brilliant stretch four.
Kalsher open for three. He picked up that third foul in the first half.
Exactly.
Open. Enan. He had the hot hand of the... Marcus Carr backs it out to Oturu. Toe in the line for a three. Look around and everybody's sort of half up, half down. A bucket will get him up. Enan. That three not going to go. He's cooled off.
Pass to get it down the court.
Willis. Long heave. Oturu with the catch. Oturu shot. No.
Advantage over Washington if that continues at the other end. And here a little pick and pop, and why not?
Townsend for a guy that
The Bullets here with Ed Lugler and Jimmy Lynam in the mid-90s when you were playing in the league. There's Teskey. Can't get it to go. Got a little... There's that sweeping hook from Simpson with Seton Hall, don't you think?
He does.
Yeah.
He really does.
To Julius, that's deflected by Smith.
Just trying to give him strategic breaks.
McConnell, a couple of shot fakes, and then the ultimate shot blocker says
Of Anthony Cowan that time. On the push, head up, whole time looking at sticks.
Daryl Morcell does a little bit of everything. And Smith stopped at 13:53. Now it started again, but it was frozen for about 7 seconds.
Really tough twos. That was a difficult two. Tillman around Lindo. And a block from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4 pressure. Smith got it.
Off of Oturu to stay out of foul trouble.
Carr through the Eden screen. Smith there to challenge. Out of bounds.
Not afraid of anybody and any defender in front of him. Better watch out because he's going to attack.
Eden on the run. Smith with a good challenge.
Don't settle. Now they got Wiggins on him. He'll drive right by him. Muhammad. He faced the defense of brother Andre in the corner.
Why not?
Muhammad, a three. Good rebound. Liddell. Three around him. Knocked away by Smith. Knocked away by Smith. Here.
Should have 5 games left in conference play. This being game 6 of the 6 left. As Barron against Ayala, the jumper won't go. Offensive rebound, Nance underneath. It's Young. Young blocked by Smith and out of bounds.
Run him off that three-point line. That was too easy. Hall's three rattles out. Tillman's on the glass at both ends, but he can't finish.
This thing with a bucket. Here goes Mack driving inside, and he had it swatted. Blocked at the rim.
Alan Griffin out of the corner. That doesn't go. Nichols, the offensive board. No. Griffin back up. Swatted away.
Here he is. Working on Dante Scott. Drives inside. Runs into the roadblock. That stick. To Miles Johnson. No help coming for Sticks. Doesn't need any.
None needed, right? Difficulty in the prior 3 games. Only 4 points. 2 of 16 from the field during that time.
Jalen Smith with another rejection.
Paint. Whenever he's in the paint, make or miss, something good happens for Maryland.
Laboa rejected again by Jalen Smith.
Back. Very few.
There's another runner. Got it on the rim, on the bottom of the rim.
Second half. That's what's gotten them the lead. Rutgers only 6 of 24.
Well, Smith just affecting. If that was some roadblock Caleb McConnell offered. Here he is on the other end. In traffic. Smith, another rejection.
Hemsel driving on Smith. Smith says no. McCaffrey. 12 on the shot clock against Wiggins. McCaffrey rejected by Smith. Wieskamp backs it out. Kriener against Cowan. Here's Garza. And Smith with the rejection.
Job using Smith to set a screen to attack Garza.
There's Garza going right back inside. And Smith says no. Free throws down the stretch as well.
They ran very opportunistically.
Garza. Hit by Smith.
And I talked about it all game long.
Watch for the slide cut to the basket. There it is right there. They had it for a second.
Nice entry pass. Brunk from Tennessee. Rejected inside by Smith.
A little far out now. About 8 feet away.
Jackson Davis. Smith is there. Up and under. Knocked away. Quick.
Ends of the floor. Really been a spark plug for the Terrapins.
Spencer has it swatted by Jalen Smith.
Clock. Nice read by Nogel Eastern. Oh, block from Stick Smith. Purdue already has 13 points in the second half after 20 in 20 minutes in the first half. Thompson.
Tell you what, Maryland switching has been really good. And this is how you negate switching. You throw it into a big old guy. Be surprised if the next decent look at a three doesn't go in for Purdue. I feel like everybody relaxed after he hit that shot for some reason.
Makes that matchup so hard with guards is that he can step out and hit that three. This is where he thrives down on the paint, but there's Jalen Smith.
That's beautiful.
McCaffrey into Garza. Got to go with it, and he's blocked again by Smith with 2 seconds on.
Pure talent. Ball poked away, still 5 to shoot. Wesson had it rejected by Smith. That's pretty good.
Free gift.
Nope. Early in transition allowed him to dictate exactly where he wanted to go to get inside.
And on the other end, Smith with a rejection.
To get Green the third in the corner here with some length.
Simmons in the lane, denied by Smith.
Right there, and it's long and lengthy.
Ryan still bleeding the clock. Harden goes to work, denied by Smith.
McKnight, guarded by Cowan. In and out to the cup. Blocked by Jalen Smith.
Went to school for political science.
Reggie Lewis as well. Reggie Lewis. Baseline, Kale blocked by Jalen Smith.
Got to play defense with your hands exposed.
Stevens to the goal again. That's rejected by Stick Smith. Hands. Miles Dredd with the steal. Drops one off. An extra shovel pass to Stevens. He got caught under the basket. Myron Jones with the left hand and the follow by Watkins.
Well, if you believe college basketball is effort and coaching, this flip from Monday is a substantial piece of evidence.